Hello, Internet. The Story Nook. Today we are going to be reading more of Villainess Level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I am not the Demon Lord. Written by Satoru Tanabata and illustrated by T. Here's a beautiful image. We have Chapter 7 is where we're at right now. But here we have Yumilia Dolkness, Patrick Ashbotton. They just kissed at the end of Chapter 6. We have Edwin, the second or third prince. Either way, he's a prince. The Alicia, who is the game protagonist in this world. Fighter William, Magician Oswald, and Eleonora, who has become Humilia's friend. And we are on Chapter 7. After Chapter 7, we have other chapters, but the chapters are really long. So I do not expect us to get far. But also, Merry Christmas. How are you doing? What has your day been like? What are your plans for today? What was something nice that you got for Christmas? Even if you bought it for yourself. And go ahead and grab some tea, hot cocoa, water, lemonade, vodka, whatever it is you want to sip on while I read today. I've got water next to me, and I'll probably grab a cranberry ginger ale later. I really love the cranberry ginger ale. It is great. Maybe one day I'll be big enough to be sponsored by it. But Chapter 7, The Hidden Boss faces the Demon Lord. So based off of this chapter title, I believe we will be seeing the Demon Lord. So I'm kind of excited for that. Immediately after I started my third year at the academy, a group of monsters heading toward the kingdom was spotted. Just like the story in the game, and like the royal family had anticipated, the Demon Lord had likely been resurrected. The combined forces of the kingdom and the aristocrats, stationed in the direction of the Demon's Lord Castle, were probably dealing with the army of monsters right now. Patrick should also be there, assisting the Margrave's army. Our elite unit put together to defeat the Demon Lord headed on Ryu's back in the direction that the monsters were swarming. I was fully decked out for battle, a rare occurrence for me, even though that just meant I had my dark-type sword that I usually didn't carry around. I painstakingly grinded that dungeon to obtain it, so it would have been a waste not to use it on the Demon Lord. The other 4 members of the group were also sporting pretty good equipment. William's current greatsword looked sturdier than the one I destroyed, and Prince Edwin and Oswald's staffs looked like the ones I saw toward the end of the game. As for our key member, Alicia, she had a sword hanging on her waist. Another rare sight, however, both the scabbard and handle were wrapped in cloth, so I couldn't tell what kind of sword it was. Alicia was stronger with light magic anyway, so there probably wouldn't be an opportunity for her to wield it. Alicia was currently sitting behind me, pale in the face and screaming, "I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared." "It's all right, Alicia. You've got this," William assured her. The others tried to comfort her as she seemed to recall the trauma of level grinding with me, but it didn't seem like they were doing much better. I guess they can't show that they're scared in front of the girl they like. Alicia was getting along with all 3 of the love interests in the academy. Prince Edwin, William, and Oswald were very closely head over heels in love with her, to the point where it was obvious to any outsider. "So, who do you actually like, Alicia?" I asked. "This isn't the time for that kind of conversation," Prince Edwin yelled. "It is when you're hugging her from behind like that." Although there was no more bad blood between us, he still seemed to be very much into Alicia. This is why I can't deal with people who are all about love and romance. Though I guess I'm not really one to talk. Ryu, drop us off at that clearing over there, I instructed with the point of my finger. The Demon Lord was said to be able to control the monsters. As of now, there weren't any changes to Ryu's behavior, but the Demon Lord's power may affect Ryu. So I had him drop us off a distance away from the Demon Lord castle as a precaution. From there, we would walk to the castle. After getting off Ryu, I thought it would be best for him to go help the troops dealing with the army of monsters. Go to Patrick, I told him, and don't accidentally attack any people thinking they're monsters. I'm still a little bit worried someone might mistake him for one of the monsters and attack him, but there probably isn't anyone who could hurt Ryu. After letting out a single roar, Ryu took off, looking slightly worried for me. I led the way as we walked toward the Demon's Lord castle. I planned on staying out of the conversations and silently scouting the area on the way there, but Alicia increased her speed to walk alongside me. Yumilia, I'm sorry for everything until now. I've said a lot of horrible things to you, and but I thought we should work together from now on. Let's do our best together. Are you okay? Did you eat something weird? Alicia had been totally treating me like the enemy until now, so I wasn't sure why she had a sudden change of heart. Perhaps it was because of how afraid she was to go up against the Demon Lord. Oh yeah, good luck. I couldn't help my stale response. I didn't really trust her. After that, Alicia returned to the rest of the group behind me. All I wanted was for Alicia not to get in the way during the fight with the Demon Lord. Even Alicia wouldn't do something as stupid as that. Right? No, I feel with that line, she will, and she shall. As we continued to make our way through the forest, an old castle made out of stone slowly came into view. We didn't encounter any monsters, perhaps because they were all headed towards the kingdom. There it is. That must be the Demon's Lord castle, I paused for a moment thinking. But why is there a castle out here in such a secluded place in the first place? I asked naively. This entire forest used to be a large domain, but people don't come here anymore because of the Demon Lord, Prince Edwin responded. This was the first I've heard of this. So that castle was the governor's mansion. I've read lots of books related to the Demon Lord, but nothing like this was written in any of them. This may have been information that only the royal family was privy to. The prince spilling confidential information without thinking was par for the course. Prince Edward spoke a bit louder as he addressed everyone. All right, let's go in. The Demon Lord is in there, correct? Wouldn't just assuring the entire castle with him inside take care of things? I felt there was no need to enter the enemy's territory ourselves. If we could one-sidedly attack from a distance, that would be for the best. We can't do that. We, wouldn't be able to confirm that he's dead, the prince rebutted, with a reason that sounded like he came up with on the spot. But I was curious as to the identity of the Demon Lord, so I decided to overlook that. All right, then. Let's enter the castle. Everyone, please stay behind me. I reached out to open the main doors to the Demon Lord's castle. The door opened with an unpleasant screech, signaling that it most likely hadn't been opened for many years. The inside was dim and completely silent. This place was full of monsters in the game. I wonder what's going on. I couldn't help but feel like this was a sign that something bad was going to happen. In fact, I had been feeling like this since we started making our way here. If I were to face the Demon Lord head-on, I probably wouldn't lose. The only thing I was afraid of was a surprise attack. If I was hit with one of the strongest spells, or if I got hit with an attack to my vital organs, then even with my strength, I wouldn't be fine. The 4 others followed behind me, keeping a distance. If we're ambushed from behind, I'll do my best, but worst case, I'll have to forget about them. I focused on the sounds of everything in the area, increasing my hearing to the point where even the slightest sounds from the group behind me were noisy. While I listened in, I could hear Alicia chant a spell, Holy Enchant. A spell that affixes the light element to an object. That surprised me. I guess it's fine to be prepared, but it would be nice if she told us what she was doing first. I almost turned back to complain, but I collected myself in order to focus on the area in front of me. The next moment, a brilliantly shining sword erupted through my chest. I had seen this sword before. It was the light-type sword I obtained in the dungeon in Valius. I had wrapped up the sword, which had rejected my touch, to even its handle in a cloth, brought it back and sold it off. The weapon was more dark resistant than light type and affixed with the light element. Could have an immeasurable effect on the dark element. By the time I realized that I was stabbed from behind, my consciousness faded away. Alicia, you're stabbing people. Alicia is a bad friend. Well, she's not even a friend. She's just a bad party mate. Stabbing people. Alright, we're gonna end this here. Merry Christmas. I'm gonna go ahead and find my Patreon supporters. There we go. Because many thanks to y'all, I don't have to worry so much about my bills. Kaleidoscope Chick, Tweety Cakes, Axel1154, Cassie G, Jadis DX, Axel, Alcaraz, Semi-Random Sevens, and Micah. You guys are awesome! Thank you very, very much for supporting me so I don't have to worry so much about my bills. Other ways you can help support me, I write short stories. I publish them online, so you can find them in most ebook stores if you're interested. I also sell my artwork through Redbubble, and soon, beginning in May, I will be selling some of my artwork on physical items. Like, my main one is going to be some acrylic charm earrings. I will have some in my hand by February. If I like them, I will order more, and I will add them to my Ko-fi for you guys to buy. You can also commission me on Ko-fi. I have $1 sketches. So if you want a sketch of like anything like Humilia, you want a sketch of like Sailor Moon, kissing a toad, whatever, I don't care. As long as it's not like real people. However, if it is real people, give me more money and it's fine. But yeah. My commissions are open on my Ko-fi. Got $1 sketches. I'm going to be posting this as soon as I hit stop recording. So if it's 7 p.m. on Christmas Day, come by my main YouTube channel, Chrissy Duffy, and I will be live streaming Sonic Racing Crossworlds on my channel as I play the Knights Festival. So come on by, have a great time, and yeah, all that good jazz. So yeah, bye-bye.